just had a fight with my woman over something trivial told. We rarely have confrontation, and if the shit I said really was bold, real talk, I think she get it from my mama. Her bitterness passed down from old. Tip for tat when I'm calling out her trauma. She too defensive to listen, I'll call so. Looking at, I got problems. You got the type of advice that I need. I couldn't get through on the legend series. Dana was hogging up the time that I need. Between working or being so clingy, cause the time zone difference don't make it easy. So I figured I'd call in early. Turn my life down, mercy, I got through. You tuned in, for saying that's the show. For saying that's the show. So just lay back your mind. So everybody tuning in. So cause he is the voice of reason, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, is in the building right now. Let's get it cracking. I mean, let's get it cracking. Y'all don't want to hear that. A lot of people like that.
What?
That other intro, I get a lot of heat.
Let's hear it.
People tell me all the time, they be like, Zoe, how come you playing the new one? The new one is fresh. But I miss the old one. How you gonna sing without a microphone on? Let's just get you right. Mimi is on her way.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
I miss it. I haven't heard it.
No, I got a bunch of intros. No, but people like the other one, the Hey Zoe, with the girl and the guy singing.
Yeah, I like that one too. That's good. One of my favorites. But the new one is the shit.
It's fresh. First off, let's just break this down real quick. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X Dash Radio. Let me be clear. The intro was created by a brother who listens to the show. I got to pull up his email address so I can tell you his name. Mm-hmm. But the detail he put in the show, he mentioned the Mansion series. He even mentioned Dana.
He even mentioned Turn Your Life Down.
He said Turn Your Life Down. So apparently the show has a positive effect on people.
And he listens to everything, apparently. It's going on in the studio because he's got even you going, hey.
Yeah, he got all of it. So, our mannerisms, what we say, our ability to influence people positively or whatever is evident in the intro.
Right.
See, to me, music is like food. You can tell when food is made with love, and you can tell when it's not.
Right.
All right, so look. Before I even get into today's topic, because I got a major one for you, and I'm gonna tell you right now, today's topic is personal.
Okay.
I need you to get to your phone lines because I need you to share how you feel. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. I am the Voice of Reason. In person.
You know what Sherman said?
I'm not done. What you doing? You bad as hell. Somebody already called me a bully now. Am I an intellectual bully? It's me. Me and Peaches have long conversation before the show. I will tell Peaches 632 things to do. Peaches will remember one of them. Peaches, do this. Peaches, do that. Okay. Peaches, don't do this. Peaches, don't do that. And Peaches will get on the air and act like I never said nothing.
Don't tell me.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so I want to well, before I even get to that,
Okay.
Total package energy.
How many have you had today?
I'm gonna wait because you said something on the current event show, and I'm trying to see if it's still for us too. But go ahead.
What are you talking about?
You said you had 10 cases. You was gonna give them some. You gave the people on the current event show.
Oh, Virgo ass want to know what she gonna get for free.
No, I just want to take. I never tasted them.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. How many times have you asked me for something and I said no?
No, never.
And the mic is off. So again, leave us. DC. So I get labeled a bully.
Oh no.
Because of the fuck tartary that goes on.
I'm guilty. I can't
They
say
said I'm
no.
pocket watching.
Have you ever asked me for anything and I said no? Then Sarah, get the fuck out of here. What are you talking?
No,
Okay.
Father.
Okay, cool. So whenever you've asked me for something, and Sarah don't ask for little shit.
Right. She want big shit.
What?
Can I have a radio show? The fuck?
Can I have a kidney?
Okay, so total package energy. Those brothers, I be giving them, a single bottle here, a single bottle there. Mm-hmm. So finally, the dude came up who created Total Package Energy and was like, yo, I got 10 cases for you. I said, you know what? I'm going to give each one of these niggas a case so I ain't got to hear from them no more.
Right.
Oh, you hoarding the Total Package Energy. Just because you like it don't mean I'm supposed to give you some.
You hoarding it, huh?
So I made sure they
Wow.
got a case. If you want some Total Package Energy, Sarah.
I just want to taste it.
Now this ain't okay. This ain't Pepsi
Oh, I don't like Pepsi.
or Coke. Total Package Energy is an energy drink. Boing up. I got to get out and do some shit. I'm writing a script. I'm driving Uber and Lyft. I'm doing things. I'm raising kids and washing clothes and washing the car and changing the oil and
You done
going
made me
grocery
tired.
shopping.
Adult Adderall. That seems like you understand.
I'm just saying that's Total Package Energy.
Yeah.
I get you.
Zoe already said he was walking around watching raccoons. He drank something too late. Watching raccoons.
Them little fuckers. Okay, anyway. TotalPackageEnergy.com. Please support that brand.
Yes.
Then there's this other brand that I'm running mightily short on.
You got to take a deep breath.
From the toenail up.
Veal sauce! I love Bill. Up with the brother that creates the Beal sauce. I hope he's listening. Because he has a PRC, and that was the first thing. She works in the grocery store industry, the grocery industry.
Okay.
She was like, I be looking for black-owned businesses that have a high-end product that I can put in grocery stores.
That's what's up.
And the first thing she looked for was, does he have a PRC number? She was like, oh, there it is.
Hey, there it is.
So I'm going to connect him with her.
Totally don't know what a PRC is.
Total Package Energy has it too. And she looked at both of those products. But see, this is how we come up as a people.
That's awesome.
You know what I dig?
Right.
And I tell people, go out, shop, support, rock with, the black-owned businesses so we can build ourselves up.
Yes,
You never know when a
totally.
nigga need a lawyer. You never know when a nigga needs some life insurance.
An accountant.
You never know when a nigga need a savings account. You never know. And that part of that comes from us supporting us.
Yeah.
Yep, we got to.
Yeah.
Now, Total Package Energy. Now, let me get back to Zoe's bread and butter.
That part.
My bread and butter are these books. That's the reality of it. My bread and butter come from the sale of these books.
Right.
Fuckery.
I could see if these books were filled with fuck tartary.
Not fuckery, fuck tartary.
But if anybody who actually read these books can see, they are well thought out,
And very well put together.
well executed. This one could be a little better, but I'm just saying. I feel like I have a purpose.
Absolutely.
Oh, you feel like you
I
don't
feel like that.
You
You
do
do.
have purpose.
Let me just tell you, story time with Zoe Williams as I promote the holographic relationship, available on Amazon.com. No, available at IamZoeWilliams.com.
Right.
Can we move 50 copies? Can we move 100 copies? I think it's possible.
How
Can
many
we do
people
it?
in chat right now?
Now, the relationship dismount, how to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship, available in 3 formats on Amazon.com, Kindle, Audible, and paperback. Amazon.com. Go there right now. Now, let me just do this. When I was younger, the girl was sweet as pudding pie. Delicious. You understand? If you've ever had a pudding pie, I think I made that up.
Yeah, I've never had it.
Bill Cosby gave those out, I thought.
Anyway, God damn it. No. Because this is tying into my topic. No. Me and the girl's mother was hella cool because we had a business relationship. You understand? We had a business relationship. She was looking for certain products, figurines, statues, or some shit. I don't know. I'm on the West Coast. She would have me go look at it to see what shape it was in, what quality it was. Sometimes I had to take pictures of it and video of it and send it back so she could then see, do I want to purchase this or not?
All right.
Me and her daughter get close. Closer than close. Anyway. Anyway. Her mom and her mom's attitude changed immediately. It turned into like she hated me.
Because she wanted that dick.
I don't know. Anyway, can I finish? Anyway, I mean, you don't. So the daughter was like, well, if it would put me in harm's way, why wouldn't you just tell me?
Right.
Why would the caveat be, I'll tell you if you break up with him? Why don't you just tell me? What the fuck is going on? So I had a conversation with her, the mother.
Mommy dearest.
And the conversation, mom was into astrology and numerology, and I've been hearing this shit my whole life. You're a teacher, right? That's what she was saying. You know, you're a 9. Your life path is a 1, but your soul vibration is a 9. You're a universal teacher. And she was like, you can't be with my daughter because you belong to everybody.
Wow.
I've been hearing this a lot.
So you just supposed to be alone?
That
No,
part.
peep game.
Okay.
It is a motif, right? I look up anybody hip to the destiny cards?
No, I don't know.
All right, the destiny cards, you got to get them. The love cards, destiny cards. I look up my card. What does it say? You're supposed to be in radio. Then it gives me my card. My card is the 9 of clubs. Now, the mama already told me I'm a universal 9. 9 of clubs. Clubs means intellect. But 9 means the universal knowledge giver.
Right.
That's what her mama told me. You belong to the universe. You're a teacher. That's what she said. You have a numerology. Your soul urge or your soul number is 9. I look up the destiny cards. Totally different motherfucking discipline. 9 of clubs. The universal knowledge giver. You in the dig?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Gemini, by the way. What is the Gemini in the zodiac?
9.
Messenger.
Oh.
The messenger. The first human in the circle of animals. That's what zodiac means. Animals in the sky. A circle of animals. Star constellation. Gemini is the first human being in the zodiac as twins. The message giver. I get initiated into Ifa. The Babalao says to me, your head is Eshu. Eshu is the messenger.
Okay.
So I'm going somewhere here.
Okay.
All you motherfuckers out there who don't like what I do are envious because it ain't you. I was chosen either. It's just got to be put in place. You can take it and do whatever else the fucking discipline I've been involved in. And I've been studying comparative religious studies since I was 17.
I can believe that.
That's over 30 years. Every two, you have a message. You're a teacher. You're the deliverer of information. You know? Because people need to, I want to know. I want to know. Do you feel like, Sarah,
Okay.
this show disparages your spirit? Do you feel like this show tears you down?
No.
Have to address this.
Not at all. It's actually helped me grow since I've been here. I believe that I matured when I got to California, not only because of situations, but because of the people that I've encountered and you and I want to call it Donnie, but Peaches. Y'all have been messengers I know in my life, and this show. Every topic that you have it's always hitting on a nerve. It provokes people to thought, and that's what you really want, and that's what comes out every episode.
I need to hear from the people, not for myself, right? But the reality of it is, it's a major question. Is this show and platform important to the development of our knowledge of self in terms of relationships? Do you feel like this show is walking us down a path where we understand each other better as men and women? Some of when we look at the Mansion Show is up to damn near 60,000 views since last week.
Right.
Wow.
Most of those viewers are women.
Oh, I believe that.
Because a lot of women reach out to me and say shit like, I never hear men talk the way men talk. Unfiltered. Right? Unbothered. See, women, y'all got a hella influence on how we get down. Right? If it's and we've seen this before. If it's a ratchet girl with now and later colors in her hair with braids or whatever,
Jackson.
with her whole ass cheeks out, and she walked by us, that affects how men are going to judge her.
Yeah.
Right or wrong, good or bad, indifferent or not, that affects how we're going to be like, hey, what's happening? But if the same girl walks by dressed differently, say she's dressed like an MGT, a sister from the Nation of Islam.
Okay.
You might hear a gangster nigga, a thug nigga, a gang member say some shit like, excuse me, sister.
Yep.
Out of respect.
Out of respect.
Yeah.
Right.
So women have a tremendous influence on how men treat them too. And when I do shows like this, I'm trying to put it out on the motherfucking table, right? Because I call you to the floor, women, and call women to be accountable, is that abusive? Is that somehow abusive or disrespectful to women?
No, it's not abusive or disrespectful because you guys are trying to understand why we are the way we are, or why you want us to tell you verbally why we handle situations the way we do. And men can't understand women if we don't verbally tell you, because you're not mind readers. So this platform is excellent for that purpose. It's made me open up in ways I never thought I had to open up, because I thought I had reached a certain level in my mind. I didn't need to.
Like, for instance, in the martial arts, you have a sensei. And sometimes senseis can be very harsh,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They can be very harsh in the way that they teach. Some senseis are subtle. And it might even depend on the discipline you're studying.
Right.
I was called an intellectual bully.
I wouldn't call you that. I mean, you're a person that knows a lot. The average person doesn't read half the books you read, though. And I mean, they can't. Of course, you're going to know more than a lot of people are going to know. Now, maybe you were called an intellectual bully because of how you perceived something someone said and made them feel stupid. But that's a personal thing.
But see, and that's my thing too. Like, take the Aisha Curry thing.
Okay.
If I come out and point out some real problems with the mindset,
Right.
right? The mindset is, why do you even need as much attention as your husband?
Right.
You're a wife. Why do you have to be on the same pedestal? Why does his fame, his popularity, and his magnetism intimidate you or make you feel insecure about yourself?
That whole situation is, I think people are saying, oh, she was just being honest. But at the same time, when you put your honesty out there and you become vulnerable, you really can't help what someone else's opinion is going to be about your honesty.
But that's the thing. What happens is, especially in, the field of, psychiatry and therapy and counseling, how the person feels takes precedence, even though it might be rooted in an illusion.
Yeah, and that was very delusional, because I mean, your husband's the one that plays basketball, not you. You want some attention? Go do something for some attention. Do a charity or something.
But no,
Well, she has restaurants and things like
but
that.
hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. Instead of focusing on why do you need the attention, are you in competition with your husband? Instead of focusing on these type of questions, which were questions I presented in the last show, to spark deeper insight, to spark deeper thought on it, it gets turned into, I'm bashing the woman and I'm hating on the woman. No, what I'm saying is, you want to deal with something that you're talking about love. That's just what it is. That's the reservoir that we got.
Right.
Yeah.
This inexhaustible reservoir. This is not about hating. When I present these shows, it's about challenge.
Right.
I want to challenge what you hold to be true. I told this girl sitting right across from me.
Yeah.
I said, you ain't talked to your daddy? She said, no. I said, go find your daddy.
Right.
Yeah.
Then she found out all this time holding the grudge, justifying the grudge.
Yep.
Her daddy died a year after they stopped talking.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
The purpose of this show is to make you look at and verify what you believe. And we do this together.
We do every show.
So, motherfuckers, listen, there have been motherfuckers who are, and I don't like the word fans, because I love people who rock with me, who
Right.
support the show, who ride with the show.
Right.
But I have to be honest, I don't know you personally. I may have coached you,
Right.
but I don't know you. I only know what you present. I don't really know you. And then I walk you through that, right? It's motherfuckers who think that I owe them something. Or think that we are closer than we really are.
Wow.
So they'll have a silent contract and expectation of me, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, that ended at that hour end of your coaching session.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
These are good people. These are
Okay.
solid people.
Yeah. I know if you took the time to coach them, they had to be solid because Zoe does not coach everyone. No. I'm always telling him, tell him your coaching information, but he's a picky coacher too. You know?
My whole thing is, don't let the entertainment aspect of this show get in the way of its purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
You in the dig?
Mm-hmm.
There were hella jewels in the last show.
Mm-hmm.
Where we talked about what Dr. Mark Goulston said. In the last show on Mansions, he said your partner is supposed to stand with you when you're in trouble, stand beside you in public,
Right.
and stand up to you in private.
That's true.
Oh,
That's good game, right?
it's a real good game.
That's-
Yeah.
Is that good game?
That's good game.
Is that malicious?
No,
Is
not
that
at all.
disrespectful?
No.
Is that abusive?
No.
Okay, cool. Stand up to you in private.
Right.
All I pointed out about the young sister, Aisha, was the conversation you having with your girlfriends on camera is disrespectful to your husband.
It is.
Yeah.
The desire to want to be acknowledged. And I pointed out, hey, sisters, if y'all having this round table and it's rooted in spirituality and working through our issues, it is incumbent upon you to hold your sister accountable when she's dealing in a low frequency, low consciousness mindset. Hey, sister, that is an insecurity. Hey, sister, that's not some shit we should be talking about right here in public on this
Right.
Emmy-nominated TV show.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all. Here's my question. We can't challenge each other. We can't stand up to each other. We can't converse with each other. We can't disagree with each other.
That's life. We got to disagree to get somewhere. You got to challenge to get somewhere. You got to, all of those things come with growth.
Yeah.
You can't grow if you're not challenged.
And there's a difference between argument, debate, and discussion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of people get things confused, and we're living in an age of such, reality TV, and everybody, I don't know if it's a push for a reality show with them. I don't know what it is, but so many people, especially in the entertainment industry, they have so many ulterior motives. You don't know what she
Right.
was trying to do. She's a hot topic.
But do you understand what I'm saying? So again, I want to open up the phone lines. If this show has a purpose in your life, weird motherfucker.
Yes.
Zoe is one way on the air, right? So I try to give a little context for that. I try to tell people, like, I got to drink a total package energy to turn up. Most of the time I'm in my mind, challenge you. If I can't challenge you, the show hurts you motherfuckers.
Right.
So called.
First off, why you mad if you spiritual?
Because they full of spirits. That anger spirit is real.
That's a real question. Why you mad if you moved by anything that's external? If the external moves you, then that must mean something internally is ajar.
Exactly. And if you're spiritual, that means there's something going on in your spirit that needs to be checked.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
This show is about pushing the envelope. We have to think in the 50s, the 60s, and all that shit. We're going to relive all of the bullshit we don't want to.
Yeah.
We have to find a new way. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Jeremiah. I'm calling from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
Hi, Jeremiah.
Hi.
Hey, y'all.
What's happening?
Caller, you're on the line. You're live, bro. Live.
So, yeah, as far as this show definitely does something to me. I mean, I got a hold of you from watching Tone Talks. And so I started watching you on, like, relationships and things like that. And I seen one recently with the childish relationship beliefs with Corey Holcomb and Naisha Curry, Red Table Talk. So you guys are definitely helping me manage my relationships and figure out how to read these women and read myself so I can actually find somebody that's good for me, because I recently got out of a relationship. I was with a girl from high school off and on for 8 years.
Let me ask you this, caller. Let me ask you this. Does this show lower your opinion of black women?
No.
Oh, you got to turn your video down so we can hear you, fam.
Okay, hold on. All right, should be all good. All right, so no, it has not lowered my opinion of black women. I mean, I've dated, like, when I was younger, I used to be like, I'll date anybody. But nowadays, I'm just like, I really just want to date black women, regardless of things that are going on between, you know, a black woman and a black man, the competition, you know, and all the traumas and stuff that we have to get over. I still would rather date a black woman, because at the end of the day, I know for a fact she's going to understand my pain and the struggles that I go through dealing with police or anything in general better than anybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you for the call. Good brother.
Thank you, caller.
So let me hip you to something. Reggie from Indiana in our chat room just reminded me of something. His daughter called me yesterday.
Oh, wow.
His 15-year-old daughter.
Oh.
And she had a bunch of questions for a school report.
Oh.
And Reggie reached out and was like, hey, man, would you talk to my daughter to answer some of these questions for her report?
That's dope.
Yeah.
This is not about Zoe tugging on his own swipe. This is about...
Right.
No, but this is about, while you hating and talking shit about a man who's in the streets doing what he thinks is right for folk. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right. You helping a child get her.
Everybody's got a different path.
Mm-hmm.
You might not agree with my path. You might think my path is disgusting. But you can't say that I somehow don't pour into my sisters because I challenge them. I hold them accountable. I keep their feet to the fire. Mm-hmm. You want to be truthful about your life. You want to experience truth in your life. You want to experience a higher level experience. You want to get away from the mundane relationships you've been in.
Right.
The first thing you got to do is question what you believe.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And if you believe you ain't shit, then how can you get a nigga that is shit? Like, he is the shit if you believe you ain't shit.
Right. And that's real.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying? The phone lines are open. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Let's see who's on the line. Caller. Welcome to the Voice of Reason. You're on the line. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Caller.
Nothing.
Maybe. I can hear them. All right, fuck it. Caller. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Dana calling from Pasadena.
Hi, Dana.
What up, Dana D?
Hi guys. How are you?
Good.
Good. I didn't know you guys were taking calls until I heard that last caller. And what I wanted to call in and say is just to give everybody there a thank you. Being able to call into this show not only stretches what I believe and my own beliefs, but it also it builds my esteem. Because I'm not a public talker. When I hear my own voice, I feel it's very whiny, but I'm actually, or let me say, I must be talking with confidence because people want to hear what I have to say.
Look at that.
So I want to thank you for that. And for the listeners and also for the ladies there, I want you to know one of my best teachers has been Zoe, because we just don't know each other on the radio. We know each other off the radio. We've come into each other's lives at least 3 times, and he's always been a great teacher. And I've always wanted to know what he has to say. And I want to continue to learn. I want to continue to stretch my beliefs, because I don't think that I know everything, but I'm willing to learn. And if something I'm doing is wrong, and if there's a belief that I have and I'm firm on it, but it can be stretched into something else or turn into something else, then I want to know that. I'm always searching for knowledge. I'm never going to stop that.
Damn. Thank you, D.
Right. Thank you.
Y'all don't know. I've known
welcome.
Dana since I was
and I'll
10.
continue to listen. And I challenge you ladies also to challenge your own beliefs and stretch your own beliefs, because when we stop growing and stop knowing, that's when we no longer cease to exist. We're just drones. We're just here.
Wow. Thank you,
That's
Dana.
real talk.
Appreciate it, love.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right. Bye.
Woo! Hey, I've known Dana since I was 10. Oh, thank you, love. Since I was 10 years old.
10. Oh, wow.
Now, for her, she used to get paid to watch me at a daycare center. And I wasn't even supposed to be at this daycare center. I was a kid that they let hang out at the daycare center. For her to be older than me and then learn from me as I grew up. You understand? For her to be in that position should tell you everybody loves Mimi. She just walked in. Everybody
They
was
probably
watching.
losing their minds. Stop looking at my friend's butt.
And they goofy. the men in the room are going, did y'all see that?
I know. That's how the barbershop was like that. So I know woman walking past the camera, same thing as walking past the window.
Do you understand? What do you need? Everybody seem confused. Then go get one. You know you could get one. Fucking Sarah works here, for Christ's sake. So let's get back to the topic we're talking about, because Mimi just walked in. I'm outlining the purpose of the show because yesterday I'm watching the Game of Thrones and I'm getting a gang of text messages. I reach out to somebody because I get tagged on something. And I'm like, what is this conversation about? And then I get dragged into the conversation as I'm the problem.
Oh, wow.
I was like, wow. And then I was called intellectual bully and all types of other.
That sounds like someone is insecure in themselves.
No. I don't know what's happening over there.
Right.
What I know is this show is powerful.
Very.
This platform is powerful.
It is.
And what we do here has purpose and meaning affixed to it.
True.
This is not just fuckery.
Mm-hmm.
And for somebody to say that, it's like, let me tell you how much I've grown. Because my natural inclination is to respond in kind.
Right.
That's my ego. But my ego was put aside by higher consciousness. My consciousness was like, fuck that. Don't respond anymore.
Right.
I said one thing. I just said I don't have to defend or nothing. Like, that's how you feel. That's just how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
But this motherfucking show, I know. You know how many men across the country have reached out and talked about mansions? Zoe, don't stop doing that. You know how many women have reached out and said, Zoe, that mansion shit is incredible. Mm-hmm. How do you marginalize people that are being moved, people that are resonating to a certain level of information? How do you marginalize that? What you could do, or what you should do, is if you see a deficiency in anything that's being done, contribute a solution.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Don't contribute a complaint to to something that gave you sea legs in this game. I'm just saying.
Right. And Mansions is different because you're hearing men speak openly about being men. You listen to the voice of reason with the women, you're going to get what women are. We're very complicated characters in our nature. We're women. If we were so open, we wouldn't be here today doing the voice of reason. There's a reason for these shows, and it's to pull out of us what we need to say. That's why Zoe chooses the groups of women he does choose.
And shit is weird because I get banged on by the niggas and by the ladies. The niggas will be like, oh, he's simping. No, I'm creating an environment that is conducive for women to relax and be able to talk about shit that might be uncomfortable, nigga.
Yeah. Right. And we've all shared so many things with you that are very personal. A lot of this shit we might generalize, but we talk about a lot of these experiences are from us. And we might change the name every now and then, a place or thing, but it's for a reason because we're being open, whether you see it or not,
You know how many motherfuckers that used to be on this show that have tried to go around my back to get a show?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It's so more than 2. It's more than 3. Let me go around a nigga. You mean the nigga that gave you your shot? Right. The nigga that taught you radio?
Right.
You gonna reach out to these folk and say, yes, my name is Benny Booyow, and I'd like a show down at the Dream.
Right.
What?
Right.
But if I call women out on the bullshit, on the inconsistency, on the search for comfortable words, if I say you're a liar, you lie to yourself,
they get mad at you.
They get mad. Right. Well, if you're lying to well, maybe sometimes I don't tell myself the whole truth. Do you need to recontextualize and find a saying that feel better?
Sometimes women do, and that's why we here. So you could pull that shit out of us, because I know you've called me a liar many a times, and I might not agree, but sometimes I might be lying to myself. And sometimes you don't know it until a man calls you on your bullshit, especially one that made you feel comfortable in his studio to do it.
That's my point. My point is, if we're not challenging you, this show has no value.
At all.
Right, absolutely.
Now, women can challenge men all motherfucking day. We talked about double standards. We've talked about cheating. We've talked about so many relationship topics on this channel. Women can pull a nigga's card in a motherfucking pow. Nigga, give me this card. You understand?
Snatch the rug right from under his fucking feet.
But if a man tries to pull a woman's card, he's somehow bitchy and argumentative and emotional. No, let's have a conversation about what you missed. Let's have a conversation about your assumptions. Let's have a conversation about your presumptions of who the fuck you think I am, a person you've never met.
Right. And never spoke to off air, ever.
Well, some people have. Some people have.
Okay.
I'm just pointing it out, like, do you know listen, if this shit goes away, and it might, the new Voice of Reason radio channel is coming up in August.
That's right.
On Dash Radio. That's coming up in August.
Right.
It's going down.
You under dig? So there might be a time where I just can't do it. But I'm going to tell you this. All the way back to the foxhole, people are still listening to those old episodes all the way up to the present, because you see
the people.
You talking about relationship roundtables out in the city.
Out in the city at different bars, different venues. I mean, some were nicer than others, but Zoe wasn't playing. You could come there and actually ask live questions, and I mean, the turnout was ridiculous. So I know it's
what I say. Oftentimes you'll hear me preface, I don't have all the answers. I'm flawed.
Right.
My shit ain't fully correct
Right.
and, right. I have to point that out because of what Mimi just said. I do understand that I'm an influencer.
Yes.
I influence a lot of people. So in order to keep those people balanced, I need people to understand, nigga, not everything that come out my mouth is the gospel truth.
Right.
It
You're
might be
human.
It might be what I think is the truth in the moment.
Right.
And sometimes I go back and go, wow, I said that. That shit's off. Let me fix that. And let me,
Right.
on the next show, I'm going to come back and address it in another way.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
So, man, if I can't be a human being in this motherfucker, and this is the thing, and this is the last thing, and I'm going to the phone lines. The phone line is 323-230-4610. If you're better at it, then go do it, motherfucker.
Right.
No, they gotta listen to you to see what you ain't doing that they have to judge.
Right. If you know
Or
what
copycat.
right.
Or yeah, or copycat.
Copycat.
Parrot.
Oh,
Bark.
everything you say, I say too.
Just go do it. What'd you say? Your mic is off? That's because you've been bad.
No, I understand. It's because a lot of people are like me. Like, I like sports, but I can't play them. So a lot of people want to comment on things that they actually really can't do themselves.
Wow.
That's the truth.
Wow. Sarah from the free throw line. Look, we got callers on the line. The
3
phone
points.
lines is full right now. I want to hear from people. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Caller?
Hi,
Hey,
Keisha from Detroit.
Keisha
Hey,
from
Keisha.
Detroit. What's up?
Detail.
Hi. So I'm calling in support of the Voice of Reason. I listen to it every week, and although I like Mansions as well, and I like the current event show also, I really enjoy hearing a conversation from a woman's perspective as a female to understand how to become more of a woman. And even when things aren't correct or doesn't make sense or based on a illogical belief, it still helps me in establishing a benchmark somewhere in my life. Like, do I believe that as well? Have I grown from that? You know, and it helped me evaluate myself. And I'm 34. And I noticed that you don't keep retaining females that are in my age group on the show. And I realized that it's a lot of treachery in my generation based on,
Wow.
no disrespect to anybody in the room, but based on the females from Peaches and Mimi generation, where I was married to a drug dealer. We were in a very long relationship. We have a child together. I didn't think anything was wrong with that. Every song I heard, that's what I was supposed to do. I was also in college at the University of Michigan on a full scholarship, living two different lives. The life everybody wanted me to live and the life that I felt like I was supposed to live at that time. Because nobody in my family ever graduated from high school. How are they going to tell me how to go to college?
Wow.
During a recession, I didn't know anything. I didn't have anything. Him and I were the same age. We came from a very similar background. Both of our mothers were on crack.
Oh,
My father had
wow.
life in prison. He doesn't have a relationship with his father. And so that's where we came up in. So even though we were in different spaces, making different types of moves, that's still where we came from at the end of the day. So at home, I have one life. And at school, I'm a completely different person. I can speak well. The white people are friendly with me. I'm whiter. I'm blending in. I'm assimilating. And
Right.
like weekdays, I thought having all those things in place made me in this special position where I'm secure and I'm safe. Until I got the man that I have now, and I learned about myself. I learned about white supremacy, and I learned that my place in this world, in this system, is not based on how many degrees I have on the wall on a piece of property that's on somebody else's land. I don't control any of this. I'm just paying for it. And I need to go within myself to find out what's my true power, because I don't want to end up older, overweight, like Peaches. I'm very heavy-chested. And I'm sure she had it popping back in her day, but, you get a little older, life started coming at you, you kind of get ran down.
Wow. Hey,
Titties
let me
don't
just
shrink
say,
either, girl.
let me just say, I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate the accountability and what you said. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Do planks, girl. Don't get the stomach to go with them titties.
Now let me point this out. Let me point this out. The sister was transparent and honest.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not the prerequisite for this show?
Absolutely.
That's absolutely. And she got something from everybody in this room, from weekdays to me to Mimi. And she didn't get around to Sarah, but I knew it was coming.
She spoke on the truth.
Right.
And I might agitate. That's what a good radio personality does.
Yeah.
I actually teach niggas how to do real radio. Not no boring ass monotonous talking so motherfucking fast can't nobody hear what the fuck you saying. I teach you how to set it up so you can draw people in. But what happens is, because people normally think in black and white, the way you present yourself on the air is who they think you are. Well, if you're spiritual, what happened to your sixth sense?
You didn't say psychic, you said spiritual.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I want to hear from people like the last caller. She was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Both her and her dude came from crack mamas, and she still made it to the University of Michigan. Michigan is not an easy university to get into by any stretch of the imagination.
That's right.
And her man was a hustler.
I want to hear from people who have been moved by this show. I don't want to hear from fakers
Or haters.
who are low-key envious of my station.
It's on it.
Let me ask the Christians in the building.
Wow.
Who gave me my station?
Who gave it to you?
bless
God
them.
gave it to you.
Thank you, Jesus.
God.
Oh, well, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, whatever word.
God said, give him his own station.
Preach up.
And he came to you and said, Zoe, we're going to give you your own station.
Come on down.
You understand? I got a purpose here. You understand? Let's get these callers in here. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. Dash Talk X is the talk channel on Dash Radio. One of the most popular channels on the entire network. Your boy Zoe Williams is the programmer of that one, too.
Yeah,
Let's go.
So
Caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, I'm calling from Cincinnati.
Hey.
Natty in the house. What's up, pimp?
Hey, look here. I just got a quick question. I just want to. I love the show, Zoe. I love what y'all talking about, and I just had to call in to just get some insight on how I feel. I was married 15 years. My wife likes to walk around the house looking, trying to do this. Now, I ain't saying she got to walk around the house in stilettos and garter belts. My thing is, you walk around the house in do-rags and basketball shorts, but you go to work so sharp, sexy as all get out. But when you get home, I'm like, that dude, look, the penitentiary do-rag, Zoe. I mean, I don't know if I'm sleeping with my wife or my cellmate.
What are you
Damn.
And I called her out on it one day and tried to be as nice as I could. And, because I'm coming home, I'm thinking something wrong with me.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick.
What's up?
Is your wife fine?
Beautiful. Beautiful chocolate, natural, all that. I love it.
So you know what came to mind when you was talking?
What?
When you were describing your woman, you know what came to mind for me?
What's
What?
that?
Because I dated a ball player, a female ball player. I dated one.
Okay.
And what came to mind is that movie, Love and Basketball.
Oh, one of my faves.
Sanaa Lathan, as a ball player, was fine as shit to me.
Right.
Yeah.
She was a little duty.
Right.
In terms of tomboyish, in terms of learning how to walk in high heels and all that. But when she put that little red dress on,
Oh, yeah.
Dance.
He wanted to bone
let
her.
me tell you something, man. That's more of your perception than it is your woman. You have to keep in mind that when your woman comes home, home is the safety place for her. She gets to wind down. She gets to let her hair down. She gets to just totally relax. Now, I know if you look at your woman, even though she got on a goddamn do-rag, you can still see that she's a fine-ass woman. Yes or no?
Not the
It's a
do-rag.
black do-rag. At least you can wear a pink one. It's something.
Now,
Buy her a
now,
pink one.
now,
We 45 and 48.
She
now,
had a wave.
now
cap
let's do
on.
it this way. Let's do it this way. Can you own the fact that you might be being petty?
Just a smidge.
I don't want to be wrong, but
Are you gonna own it? Are you gonna own it? Men talk all this shit about accountability. Are you gonna own the fact that you might be being petty?
I could be being petty, but I ain't nitpicking because I got this philosophy that men are simple. I don't have a whole lot of needs though, and I don't think men got a whole lot of needs. I'm gonna say 3 to 5. And truly, I believe if a man got more than 3 to 5 needs, I think you want a man. But I think we simple, and I think my wife, and I think women go above and beyond to complicate those simple needs of a man.
But do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? You trying to fit her into this box. You've made, listen, you've made not wearing. Listen now.
Oh my God.
Help me see another view.
I'm trying. You've made the wearing of do-rags so intolerable that you can't see your woman as a woman sometimes.
Wow.
You just said, am I with my cellmate? You alluded to fagtology.
That fact.
Over a do-rag.
I have never heard of factology.
Maybe it's a wave cap.
The wave cap, you said it right. You said the wave cap, man.
Well, it would be better if it was a bonnet.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a favor. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Your woman got a killer body.
Hey, look, my wife is beautiful. She got a nice body, nice figure. Oh my God, my wife is beautiful.
So can I tell you something real?
She wear her hair in the natural, and we be out. I'm glad to have her on my arm.
So can I tell you something real?
What's up?
You about to lose her being petty.
Amen to that.
I just gotta be real. Like that's some petty shit, homie. And I'm talking to you like you my brother. That's some petty shit. You've made the wearing or not wearing of a do-rag into a need. I need you to understand that. Do you see how nigga, that's a need. I'ma need you to not wear a do-rag. You see what you've done?
Yes.
Not a black one. Not a black one.
Oh wow.
It's the black one. With the tail on the back, man.
Oh, that's a wave cap.
Yeah, that's way.
Listen.
She got short hair? Does she have short hair?
Yeah. The women feeling me on there, Joe. And
No,
I know
no,
they're
we're
not.
not.
The women are not feeling you. And that's the problem. You're looking for cooperation. You want somebody to join in your coalition against your wife wearing a fucking do-rag. But I asked a couple of questions. Does your wife have a bomb body? You said yes. I said, is your wife fine? You said yes.
Wow.
And then you got hung up on a black do-rag with a tail, and you said that makes you feel like you're in bed with a cellmate, and then you called it a need, and then you
Right.
and then you push back on owning it, right? Like I just said, own it, man. You can't make that into no goddamn need.
No.
Come on, you gonna lose her, bro.
And that's her need, sir. You know why? Because that tail keep that wave cap tied around her hair all night. So when y'all get busy, it don't come off. Do it. She got to keep her fro right. That's all about the hair. And you want her to look nice the next day. So you're going to have to make a choice, bro.
Oh, well, let's leave him out. Because it's not petty. She's stepping up for white folk. But she can't show up time to time for her man.
What?
Are you serious?
With a wave cap?
Yeah.
But are you comfortable? You're at home. Do you wear a suit around the house?
You know what?
Yeah, you walk around in boxers and basketball shorts.
Yeah, your nuts can hang always.
Wife beater.
Y'all like masculinity. If I was walking around in a pair of her underwear, that wouldn't be cool.
But that's what? Wait, hold on.
Okay, see.
If I was walking around in a pair of her boy shorts.
Okay, so let me show you something. Let me show you something. I'm a former athlete. Nigga, I love it when my girl would wear my basketball shorts. Do you know what kind of access to the pussy I got in them shorts?
Right.
I can put my hand up them shorts, up that thigh area.
That part.
You crazy as hell.
Coochie.
Boy, you tripping.
Finger
I'm
bang.
gonna take it to the think tank, y'all. I appreciate the criticism, the constructive criticism at that. I love it.
Right.
I appreciate your show. That's why I called in.
Thank you, brother.
An objective view, a real view, and I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and I'm gonna keep watching the show, and I will be donating. Hey,
Thank you, fam.
Fucking with the rude rag.
Shoot.
Yeah, she got to keep that wave cap tight.
Right.
That's
Plus, she
Say
holding
so.
it down with them. Shoot, you might find somebody without a do rag and they not holding it down. So if she holding it down,
Right.
looking good, let her wear the
Listen.
do rag.
painted pink, nigga.
A fine
Buy
ass
her
woman.
one. Baby,
Let me
Mother's Day.
explain something to you. Ain't nothing more sexy to me than a fine ass woman in my basketball uniform.
Right.
She got my uniform. She got the tank top on. Then
Right.
you get the side titty meat from the
Side
tank
boob.
top.
Right.
That side boob. That nigga.
What?
No draws.
You talking
tank
about
top.
Thanksgiving, my nigga? Let me tell you something else.
Right.
Then no draws in my hoop shorts.
Oh yeah.
I want to
That's
do that,
right.
but I be dating skinny dudes, so I can't get in his clothes.
Man, it's a lot of weirdos out here. Let's get these callers in here. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
how you doing, brother? My name is Christopher, and I'm from Tampa.
What up,
Hi,
Christopher from
Christopher.
Tampa?
Hey, Chris.
Hello, sisters. How y'all doing tonight?
How has the voice of
All right.
reason helped you, brother?
Well, first of all, my roommate, he turned me on to you via the 5150 show. Right, that's how I first got on to you. And then I started watching Mansions, and then I started watching The Voice of Reason. So that's my journey with you. And it hasn't really, relationships, but just connecting with women on more than just, not like a sexual level, but just relating to them as people. It's helped me out.
Look at
way.
that. Wow.
Wow.
Look at that. Thank you,
Thank
brother.
you.
Keep going.
Good.
That's right.
But now, if I may ask, if you don't mind, big brother, if I can ask you this, and the panelists, this seems to be my issue. I'm a real sequential type brother. I tend to say it how it is. And my issue is, I'm having problems when I see a woman I might like, or she might like me, is identifying and maybe using the proper vernacular to get across my point to her.
Ah.
So you don't know how to talk.
And no, it's not that, brother. It's just that I tend to go over their head. And I'm not saying women are stupid. I'm not saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like,
Brother,
and let me
stop you.
give you some context.
Oh, no.
Go ahead, brother.
I don't need it. Let me stop you real quick. You don't know how to talk, is what I said. You said no. You said when I speak, I tend to speak over their heads. That's a perfect example of how you don't know how to communicate. Now, let me give you a little wisdom that came from Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones said you should travel and travel often, and everywhere you go, you should pick up at least 5 words from that country's language. He says because in just 5 words, you'll be able to connect with people. Mm-hmm. If you speaking over people's head, you not trying to connect.
Right.
All you got to do is be a listener, and you'll be able to hear what words a person is using. You'll be able to hear the tense. You'll be able to hear the context. You'll be like, oh, okay, this is a smart person. They might not be articulate.
Right.
They may not have a expanded vocabulary, but they got some real deep shit to say. Okay, so I can say certain things to them that they might comprehend. Now, other people may not comprehend the verbiage you're using, but if you use different words that is in alignment with how they speak, they can understand the same concepts you hold to be deep.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it's about you becoming more of a listener where you can understand people, just like in neurolinguistic programming. It says where there's conflict in communication, you have to take responsibility for lack of rapport. So if you're going to get in there and start speaking all deep, have you listened to the soliloquy of Lord Asclepius?
Dry coochie.
Who is this nigga?
Yeah, it's Skypia. Dry coochie.
Dry coochie, no number,
Have
sorry,
you-
sir.
Have you
She's
read
so
the
funny.
7 principles of the Hermetic Cabellion?
No, but I'm on number 7.
Like, what? 7, can we get to 1, sir?
But do you understand what I'm saying? You have to be more of an observer of how they speak. Now let me take that in. Just as if you were in another country, you wouldn't be over there talking the king's English, because you'd have to first wait and see how much English do they know. And then let me start picking up the different words that mean different shit to them, so I can navigate the same shit you would do overseas, you got to do at home in a relationship.
I think he should mac to all 3 of us differently and see how he do it.
Let's see it. Okay, okay, we got 3 women in here. Who you gonna mac up first? You got to approach. Come on now. Don't.
Give me a situation like, where am I? Where do I see her?
I'm at the grocery store.
Wait, hold on. Let me do it. she just want to be flirted with. This nigga, right? I turn off her microphone. Peaches just want you to flirt with her. I had to turn her shit off. I'm going to be at the grocery store standing in front of the fruit, and I'm going to get some grapes and some nectarines. I'm going to be bent over. No. You be quiet. Let me do this. All right, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Here's the scenario. Did you see what Mimi was wearing when she walked in here?
Yes, sir, I did.
I bet you did, didn't you? Now, in a normal situation, how would you approach Mimi? In a normal situation, you saw her. You saw the waist.
Okay.
The chest, the breast. Oh yeah.
Well,
okay, she told me to focus. Okay. How would you approach her? You want to talk to her? You want to fuck? You know you want to fuck off rip. So what you gonna say to further your cause? Now, if you come in here and you speaking like Bill Nye the Science Guy, you gonna fuck up your shot. All right, here you go. Introduce yourself to Mimi right now. Go.
How you doing, young lady? Nice to meet you. My name's Christopher. How you doing?
No, go ahead. Here we go. Sorry, Mimi. Go ahead. Say it again.
Oh, I'm fine, and you? How are you?
Well, is anybody sitting here? Is it okay if I sit down?
Go right ahead.
Well, since first of all, I just want to say I was walking past and I noticed how beautiful your eyes were. Is it okay if I compliment you on your eyes?
Oh, thank you very much. That's fine.
Get your fine ass.
And
I'm
I
gonna
was,
take your woman, nigga. What's up, girl?
What it do, baby?
Yeah, he's smacking and
Fuck
stuff.
this little goofy ass nigga over here.
You know what?
You can't be smacking on gum and shit.
Who's smacking on gum?
You fucking up, bro.
What you eat?
Well, tell me how I'm fucking up.
Let me tell you, you done said 37 times. Is it okay? You already nervous. Women are emotional creatures. You got to get into their vibe. You got to feel comfortable with yourself, confident with yourself. You got to be like, I got her already,
Right.
without being disrespectful. You understand? Without being abrasive, without being, you know what I'm saying? Niggas can be over the top with it when they too aggressive, when they too confident.
Okay.
Right.
You understand? It's more Godfidence where you're sure of your. She gonna love a nigga like me. Mimi, deliver it unto me.
Right.
Now here we go. You didn't do bad. Somebody in the chat room said you broke the ice. That was cool. She gave you some positive feedback,
Right.
but you were a little dry.
Okay.
Let's try one more time. She's in line at Starbucks. She has a latte, but she's wearing some boy shorts. No, I don't mean to. That's my fantasy.
Why would she be in Starbucks in boy shorts? Starbucks would be like, ma'am, excuse me, you have to leave in those shorts. You are distracting our customers.
All right, I need you to exhibit a little bit more confidence. Know the difference. Know that there's a distinction between confidence and aggression, confidence and arrogance. But I want you to turn it up a little bit and introduce yourself to Mimi. You're right behind her. You're right behind her. She's got two people in front of her, so there's time for you to introduce yourself. Go.
Excuse me, sister. What we drinking today?
I'm gonna get a latte, I think.
Well, let me go ahead on and tell you that the lattes here are no good. Let me get you, let's see, what's good? What I've had it before. Let me get you this lemonade iced tea. Trust me, you're going to love it.
Oh, it's a lemonade iced tea. Well, I wanted something hot, though, so I need to find something a little bit more caliente.
Look here, take this lemonade iced tea. We're going to sit down and talk. I'm going to be
Oh, no, you going to force me a certain drink.
Make her drink lemon.
This nigga fucking.
You gonna change somebody out.
She might be allergic to lemon.
So look.
I was going to pay for it. I was going to offer
No, you can't make her drink what you want her to drink.
Pay for the drink that you already know that person likes if you're going to pay for something. You know what I mean? Don't say, oh, I'm
cheaper.
And she might love that place's lattes. How you gonna tell her what's nasty or not?
You don't want that latte.
got too many calories, girl. You big enough, young lady.
Let me just tell you, man. There's a lot of things. There are a lot of things you have to factor in. The things that you have to factor in. I told him not to be aggressive, and he was aggressive anyway. You gonna drink this motherfucking tea now? I'm gonna get you this lemonade tea. You gonna drink it? You gonna like it? No, you don't force her to drink some shit just because you buying it. Right. What you have to factor in are a couple of things. Number one, how is she dressed? If she has on a business suit, she might just be stopping in to get some motherfucking coffee because she's on her way to work, depending on the time of day.
Right.
So you got to take in shit. You got to figure it out. If she's dressed casual, maybe some sweats, because a lot of girls go in there. She might be either coming from the gym or going to the gym.
Right.
You need to figure out. You need to take in some shit that's in the environment.
Yes.
Does she have a baby stroller? No baby stroller. She in there by herself. Cool. There's two motherfuckers in front. You've got time. Don't force her to drink some shit. Because, listen, the average woman, I know a lot of women that are like this. And I'm not saying this is everybody. You know our rule, some but all. The average woman goes to certain places
To get certain
to
stuff.
get certain shit
Right.
that they fuck with.
Exactly.
On a regular.
All you gotta do is be in a fast food spot with a girl, and them motherfuckers get that order wrong.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if you niggas 2 blocks from the house. She'll fuck around and turn around. Well,
Right.
hell no, this shit all wrong.
All the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Never mind.
So to try to force her into getting something that she didn't come to that place for is a little sketchy. Some women may be open and be like, all right, well, fuck it. I'll try what you saying.
Right.
But in my estimation, I think more than not would be like, I came for this.
Right.
And then you have to factor in whether she's in a relationship or not. Typically, women who are not in a relationship and are single might be a little bit more open to talking to you. Let me give you an example. I think on the red table, they illustrated a perfect concept where they talked about the radar. A lot of times when women find a dude they really fuck with, they do turn that radar for other niggas off.
Exactly.
Especially if they really fuck with you. Like, I love this nigga.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody else is gone.
I look forward
To seeing this nigga.
to seeing this nigga here.
Yeah.
They will turn off that radar.
Right.
Right.
So sometimes when women are out of relationships, depending on the type of woman you're dealing with, some women go right into a relationship. So that radar is turned back on. Some women's radar is turned off for an extended amount of time after a relationship has ended.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just not dealing with nobody.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you have to factor in all of this shit when you walk up. Sometimes being confident, sure of yourself, not disrespectful, not aggressive, will turn on the radar that was turned off when she walked in that motherfucker.
Right.
Women love telling the story. You know, I wasn't expecting nothing when we first met.
Right.
I was just at Starbucks and
Looking for some dick.
Trying to get a latte. He trying to get me an Arnold Palmer.
Trying to get a hot caliente drink.
But the worst thing you can do
Caliente.
for a woman you just met is try to force her to do anything.
Right.
Because she gonna know right off top, like, this nigga right here is too much. He might be aggressive. He might be abusive. A lot of shit be running through women here. This nigga tried to force me to drink a lemonade. I can't fuck with this nigga.
Right.
No, but
Right.
even the dog know.
Even the dog, like, yes.
Right. She might be allergic to dogs. You don't know.
Hilarious.
All right, brother, you failed at talking to the ladies.
Hey, man, I don't take it as a loss. I take it as a lesson, man. I'm going to learn.
Right.
But I will tell
Thank
you
you.
this. I will tell you this. A great book to get. I always tell brothers to get this book because I've read it 40 times. The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. Shit fire. The Way of the Superior Man, David Deida. Thank you for the call, brother. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Hey, I just want to say, Jeff Brown, he was on one today.
Yes, he
on the
was.
show.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
When is Jeff not on one?
Hey, let's get these callers cracking. We got a gang of them. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Darnell out that Tuscaloosa area.
Darnell out that Tuscaloosa area. What up?
Hey, Darnell.
What up, brother?
Long time no hear from, homie. What's happening?
That one caller, man, he sounded like the male version of Aisha Curry, man.
Oh, god damn, brother.
Empty like a motherfucker. Man, talking about his wife wearing a scarf or something like that, and he, man, stop it.
Okay.
But I want to speak on, Zoe. I want to speak on, you was talking about people hating on you, man. Man, you know love breed that hate, man, and shit. And the reason why you in the position, but shit, because you can take that.
No doubt.
You
That's
can
why,
take that,
no
you can
doubt.
take that hate, man. That's going to come. That's why, look at it, man. People rather watch somebody trip over a chair and get 1 million views. You're not going to get no 1 million views like that. I'm talking about like on one video, because what you saying is too powerful. Everybody can't take what you got to say. And that's why you getting that hate like that. You get what I'm saying? It turned into something else.
No, I
they can't
appreciate
take what you say. It's too powerful.
I appreciate that, brother. Seriously. I appreciate that. That's what this whole platform is about, man. Thank you so much for calling,
Thank you,
man.
Darnell.
Thank
Can I
you.
say something
Thank
else,
you.
Yes, sir.
And I wanted to say, and what was I about to say?
Well, shit.
No, I wanted to say, man, I forgot what I was
All right, brother. Just call us back, man. I appreciate it, bro.
All right.
All right.
He act like I interrupted him or something. No.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. How has the Voice of Reason impacted your life, positively or negatively? Speak on it.
First of all, I would like to say hello to everybody. This is Egypt from Atlanta.
Hey, Atlanta. What's happening?
Hi, guys. So I would like to say, first of all, I've been listening to you guys since 2015. My then boyfriend at the time put me on, and I've been listening to the Voice of Reason, 5150, and now the Mansion Show.
Mm-hmm.
And for real, you helped me a lot. I got both of your books. I'm actually currently working on the homework part, the back of the book, holographic relationship. So I'm actually on like 41, like question 41. And
those questions crazy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Man, those questions are fucking intense, like intense as hell. And it's been really like digging deep within some nasty shit.
Right.
My mind and, you know, my past and stuff, and some stuff that I've actually had to talk to my family about, not just, you know, my intimate relationship. And currently going through a little something with the guy that I've been seeing for nearly 6 years. So, I called once before, like months ago, but still kind of going through the motions with this particular guy. However, we are working through your book, and we're working through actually both of them. So it's just like, it's just a process. And I would like to say that this show has definitely influenced us, and we're both like avid listeners. So I thank you guys so much.
Damn.
So much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
awesome.
Egypt from Atlanta. Egypt.
I like that she said they're both working through both of the books together.
That's fire. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Listen, this is not just I'm not for everybody.
Right.
No.
Do you understand? Not everybody gonna fuck with me.
Right.
That's not my intention. That is not my desire. But the people who do fuck with me
Fuck with you.
gotta fuck with me for
Fucks
real,
with-
and it's gotta be 4 flat tires.
Right.
Yeah.
4 of them.
And that all that means is you got to accept me as I am. A lot of women come into my life saying, if you had a piece of this, if you throw this in, and maybe a sprinkle of that, you could be this. And I'm saying, you coming from a position where you're more invested in adding to me than appreciating what's already here.
Or who you are as a human.
Yeah.
You're invested in the outcome of what your additions to me might be.
Yeah.
Right? So I always say to people like that come into my life, in order to have what you want, you must first learn to want what you already have.
Right.
See, a motherfucking person is not a building. See, you can walk around a building and look for imperfections so you can save money. Right? I need to insulate that. I need to put caulk over here.
Right.
I need to, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't do that to a person because your suggestions might not fit their spirit.
At all.
That's true.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason.
Ron from New York.
What up, pimp? What's the word?
East Coast.
Hey, Ron.
Word is, man. Yo, listen. Without this show, man, we gonna be lost. You know, if you take it all the way back to the show you had with Dr. Filter, now you have some powerful shows. Remember the guy with the woman and the side chick, and you made him. You saved his family. You saved the man's family. So you know it ain't gonna be an easy walk for you. You know some people gonna hate on you, but that's the way life is. They got a problem with their ego. It's not you, it's the ego. So
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
no doubt.
There you go. That was New York.
Well, it's like my mama said, they talked about Jesus.
I like his accent. I like that East Coast accent.
Don't put me in with Jesus.
No, I'm not somebody.
They talked about
No, that's what
New York.
No, I'm just it's regular.
Let's get some
You're not
callers.
exempt.
Let's get some callers out.
Yeah.
Let's-
I'm still on the East Coast voice.
Oh.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Caller.
What's going on, bro? This is Danny from Cincinnati. What's going on, bro?
Natty back in the building. What's the deal?
Danny.
What's up, y'all? Hey, I've been listening to your show for about 5 years. I got hit to you through Tariq Nasheed.
Good brother.
Good brother. But you have shown me so much about myself, about being a man, being a better person, being a better son. The whole personal part of my life. You have helped me so much, and I can't express how important your shows are. From this show to the Mansions to this Old White show, even on the 5150 where y'all be clowning, y'all be saying some real ass shit. And I've never heard any show like this before. I never met a brother like you before that has so much knowledge and so well read. And have so many people, man. I appreciate you so much. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to get people to get hip to you, but like you just said, you know, you ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And everything's only people that fuck with you is the people that's on your frequency. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say that I appreciate you.
Good looking,
appreciate all the shows that you produce, bro.
Good looking, fam. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
No doubt, I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. And again, let's keep it going.
Right.
This is not a Voice of Reason pity party.
Not at all.
I'm just trying to keep people clear on why we here.
Right.
Yeah.
So I talk shit to Peaches. Because Peaches is wayward. Peaches is like Jeff Brown. Jeff Brown is wayward. I talk shit to Jeff Brown.
Right.
If I'm talking shit to Jeff Brown, people who love Jeff Brown will be like, damn, Zone, Jeff Brown had to do.
Oh, yeah.
I talk shit to Peaches and Jeff Brown for the same reason. You know what reason that is? For radio purposes. This is not how radio is done. Right? So, and Peaches will tell you after shows, there have been times I call Peaches, I'm pissed off with you. Because you can't do it like this. You got to do it like this. Because I'm still teaching how to do radio.
Right.
Do you understand? We on radio. Peaches wants a show. Mimi wants a show. Everybody want to do some shit, right? Well, then you got to do it right. So the fans will be like, oh, he's disrespectful. He's disrespecting Peaches. But they don't understand
the relationship.
The context of the relationship off the air.
Right. We are truly peoples off the air.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I went to Peach's house fucked up and still ate them greens.
Off of a cigar. He didn't drink or smoke.
I wasn't supposed to. I smoked something that was crazy and it was too strong and I was like,
yeah, he had a cigar. He was pretty toe up.
But again, Peaches like, take your ass in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Y'all don't know us like that.
Right. Any of us. But you know, Zoe, you make people feel like they know you, even though we know they don't. But you come so real, and like you said, everybody can't accept the realness in what you say. So they attack you because they think you're attacking us when in actuality, you're just trying to pull out of us what's already there so we can become more self-aware.
Somebody said, how was those greens? Them greens was fire.
Mimi has some too.
I had some greens.
Your
It was
guys.
good.
So again, the Voice of Reason is a female roundtable that happens on Fridays, 5 to 7 p.m. And Mondays,
Right.
5 to 7 p.m. I construct particular topics that are designed to crawl up your ass.
Crawl.
Like a wild hair.
Oh, gerbil.
Do you understand?
Crawl up your ass.
I'm going over here. Okay, Richard Gere.
Listen, you know how many motherfuckers be tap dancing and tiptoeing around women and not telling the truth? Dude, it goes back to that age-old question. Can women handle the motherfucking truth? If a man start talking to you the way we talk on Mansions.
Oh, I would love that shit.
Yeah.
Just, hey, listen, I love you, but I'm not gonna be faithful to you. You understand?
It's honest.
That pussy you got 5. The cornbread. Hey, listen, I want to be able to do some reoccurring shit with you.
It's okay.
You know, a little reoccurring shit.
Yeah, right.
Is it okay if we do some reoccurring shit? Now, maybe reoccurring might turn into something else. I don't know if it will.
This nigga slinging dick currency.
Right.
Dicker currencies.
I'm just saying, we live in a society that's based on pretense.
Mm-hmm.
There's a book out, Radical Honesty.
Radical honesty.
Wow.
This is a book where the dude, I forgot his last name, Brad something. Radical Honesty. This motherfucker running for office somewhere. He told the truth so much in this book. Radical. Fuck that. Fuck. You gonna tell the goddamn truth about everything. He revealed in the book he got herpes.
Oh,
wow.
That really got him elected.
Man, get your medication up.
man.
Radical honesty.
That is radical because
Now-
he's sharing herpes.
Now, a lot of people read the book. Some people loved it. Some people hated it.
Right.
Because there are some people who used radical truth to injure people.
Absolutely.
Like most people do in campaigns.
You get what I'm saying? To injure folk.
Right.
Like, I don't like your ass, cuz, and you using it as a javelin to pierce their spirit by telling them the truth.
Absolutely.
I only fuck with you for pussy.
Whoa.
But that's honesty.
Right.
But it might be honesty, but it might be hurtful.
Right.
It will be hurtful.
Malicious.
You know what I'm saying? You don't amount to anything outside your genitalia to me. So what I do in my coaching, I prescribe 2 different books. You got to tell the truth, but you ain't got to weaponize the truth.
Yeah.
Or you.
So I tell people to get radical honesty, but also tell them to get nonviolent communication.
Right.
And then I ask them to balance those 2 when they have those communication issues.
That's awesome.
So you get nonviolent communication and you get radical honesty. Again, that's the purpose of having these kinds of conversations. You've never been in an environment, most people have never been in an environment where the unadulterated truth is required from you. It's required of you. It's a prerequisite for you to even talk to me. Right?
Yeah.
Then on top of that, most people don't have the communication skills to be able to convey it without offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, without raising their voice.
Brad Blanton. That's the name of the author of Radical Honesty.
Thanks, chat.
Saves the name.
Somebody said define the truth, trying to be deep. We all know the truth is subjective.
Right.
Caller, you're on the line.
Niggas can't keep it right.
Caller, what up?
So, right, this is Shlomo calling you from Bermuda. How are you, man?
Shlomo from Bermuda.
What a guan, Bermuda.
Slow-mo.
Hi, ladies.
Hey.
I'm Pisces, too.
That's right. That's right. In the house.
Scorpio. Hey, Pisces.
Pisces.
Listen, what I want to say, though, is listen, sometimes you have to be unapologetically you. And you know what, man, because the reason why I say this is I know you care. We can see you care. We can feel you care. But what I want you to understand this, too, not everyone's going to learn at the same pace. Some of us, all of us in your class, but guess what? Some of us are advanced, and some of us are on the little yellow bus. And unfortunately, the ones on the little yellow bus will have to learn through reflection. they won't get it at face value. They may get it through reflection. Something will occur in their life later on where it all will make sense. So I would encourage you, brother, to continue on and be unapologetically you. And the rear view mirror is just like when you're driving a car and you look back in the rear view mirror and you're trying to see if that cop was in the intersection you just ran. Hey, man, if you got the favor, just keep it moving. Keep looking forward, because a lot of us out here, man, we really, I would just want to say I appreciate you. And you really put my relationship in perspective. I'm that guy with the 19 married to a 23 Pisces. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you helped me a lot, man. You showed me the power of the numbers, and man, I was able to turn that thing around.
Well, there you go.
Hey. A marriage saved.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
All right.
Too. Bermuda.
Caller, you got to turn your entire living room down.
I'm down.
All right, caller, what's up? What's your name and where you calling from, boy?
What's good, Zo? This Travion Lamont. I'm calling from all Missouri.
What's
Hey, the Midwest in the building.
Midwest in the building, man. Okay, so I finally got my wife to start listening to the show. She couldn't take you at first just because y'all know how women are sometimes. she came along, and I know that you said the show is not for everybody. You know, some people, but man, the messages that you give, we got to figure out a way to share it out more. I came over because I'm a comedian from 5150, and man, I appreciate your show more than anything else on the internet. This is what I wake up to Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and go home to at night. So man, I'm just, as a listener, I want to know what can we do to get that message out more, because I think more people would be interested if it was more available.
Hey man, I appreciate that, man, but I just got to, like you said, do what I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I'm doing this show is because this is about y'all. This is about your experience of the voice of reason.
That's right.
You understand? Like, this is like y'all calling in right now telling me this is what I get from it.
Mm-hmm.
This is how this helped me. This ain't to prove to nobody, because I don't have anything to prove.
For what?
I don't.
Right, I heard you say that earlier on the show.
You've been on air a long time.
Right, man. Shit, 11, 12 years now.
Right.
So there's nothing to prove or defend. This is what it is. And I do what I do because I want to hear from people like this brother right here who said, you know what? This shit helped me. If I can help just one motherfucker, I'm cool.
You've helped way more than one, because we've had about 8 calls already scheduled to help them.
Man, I appreciate you so
All
much.
right, fam.
I love you too.
Peaches.
Peaches fan base. Peaches out
He
here
said he
too.
loved me. I gotta say I love you back.
Stop tossing that pussy around.
If they only knew this coochie hot motherfucker. Trying to keep it on lock.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just called in. You just tuned into the Voice of Reason, where Peaches is talking about her fire pussy. She's fanning her lady parts right now.
They make that sound from time to time.
She knows how to queef on demand.
Hey, after some proper penis, every woman should queef.
Queef for me, baby. Queef.
She will queef naturally.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What it do, man? It's Zoe from Sheboygan, man.
Zoe from Sheboygan. Boing, boing.
Boing, boing.
Hey,
What up, lady?
what's up?
Hey, Zoe, I'm calling, man, because I wanted to suggest something, man. First of all, I do appreciate everything that you do. And as you can tell, man, you've reached all over the country. But I've been exposed to some shit called teen therapy. Have you ever heard of that, brother?
Yes, I have.
What is it?
Well, I've heard of it. That don't mean I know what it is.
Okay, I wanted to throw that at you. It's a guy out here named David Burns.
I've heard of it.
Dude, you heard of David Burns?
No, but I've heard of King Therapy.
Team, T-E-A-M.
Team like Jakeem.
Like a team?
A team like basketball team?
Yes, like a basketball team. Team Therapy.
Team Therapy. I have heard of that.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, Zoe, brother, this. If you expose yourself to what this man is doing, he's in Palo Alto, California. He's a therapist, and the team stands for testing, E, empathy, A, agenda setting, and M is method. And what he does is he takes the patients and he tests them to see if they're depressed or test for whatever illness. I don't want to be too long, but I just wanted to call in and say this is taking people's depression,
let me ask you
relationship issues, and it's melting them away in 2-hour sessions.
Let me ask you. Slow down. You come on now. Slow down. Allow us to ask you questions. Have you done it?
Yes, sir.
And because I know you fucked up.
I'm all the way fucked up. You know
battling between you and your brother, dick size, dick envy, same woman.
Oh, that's my boy.
Yeah, this the homie right here. Yeah. This the homie Zoe right here.
Yeah. The one that took his brother girl.
Yeah.
So how did that shit help you? Talk to me about that.
Okay, I had dick envy. I had a problem with big dicks.
Oh, wow.
Therapy, right?
I do too. I want them. I love big dicks. I want them.
I thought a woman, that's all a woman, only way you could please a woman was with a big dick. I thought a big dick could solve every problem created by anything, right? So the therapy has helped me to see, like, when you laugh about it, I say you heal. So the therapy has helped me to see that you don't need a big dick to be intelligent. You don't need a big dick to make people laugh. You don't need a big dick to get a job. You need a big dick for one reason, and that's to send a woman crying or hollering for God. But the big dick, I'm just being 100. I'm being 100. You don't need a big dick, but for one moment in your life, and that's when you want to, center the bed, right? But I struggled with that, and it wasn't until the team therapy helped me to, like, he helped me to fix myself. And I fixed myself in an instant, man. I got over it, and I wanted to send that to you because a lot of times we think we helping people, but we really don't know. We really hurting them more than we helping them because if they keep coming back, we haven't done our job. This new team therapy by David Burns, his name is Burns, right? He wrote a book called Feeling Good. He is healing people from trauma and anxiety in 2-hour sessions. 2-hour sessions, he's getting you to where you laughing about the shit that's held you back for years. Okay? So,
hey, man, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much. Oh, shit.
Shaboing, boy, don't worry about it. This medium. Somebody gonna like winding on that medium dick. Don't worry about nothing.
It don't matter how you... Oh my God!
He said he was honest. He had dick envy.
You don't need a big dick for everything.
you don't need a wet pussy. You can be dry all the time.
No, that shit is a bad combination.
That's a bad combination.
That shit was funny as hell.
I love it. Boing, boing.
We love you.
Funny.
Thank you.
Let's do this. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Joe, what's up, man?
Hey.
What's happening, fam?
Hey, this is Spirit Zoe from Jersey.
What up, Spirit from Jersey?
Jersey in the house.
Hey, listen, all I want to say is I was up on you guys, you, Corey, Tariq. Man, I could keep going. Dr. Cresswell sing. I never heard of her until I heard you say it. I never heard of Dr. John Henry Clark until I heard Tariq said it. And every time when they drop names, I always go look them up on YouTube because I can't stand reading. I fall asleep when I read, so I don't even read. I like to always say I'm a proud 5th grade dropout, but I'm a self learner.
Okay.
But for the most part, man, you know, everything that I've learned thus far, man, you know, all you people, all my people, I'm glad that I've done that too. I mean, I told some other people here and there outside of the black experience to get some insight and understanding. But for the most part, like Elliot, Jane Elliott, Tim Wise, you know, you know, there's occasion, but for the most part, most of my black people that I've never heard of. I'm 54 years old, so it's like, wow, I missed all this. Now, I'm going to let you know a little something. I come from an era, especially in the 80s, when the crack first dropped. I was out there smoking half of Columbia and sniffing the other half.
Wow.
So,
what's a Columbia? Okay. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Oh,
you can finish what you were saying, bro.
Yeah, so basically, man, I like to thank you, Corey, Tariq, man, damn, Professor Griff. I mean, a bunch of them, all y'all. I am a proud learner of the School of YouTube College. And I'd just like to thank all you people, man. And Zoe, keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm always going to chime in. At first, I didn't get you, because I was just starting out, so it was like I couldn't get past, I'm going to be honest, your voice. But I moved beyond that.
To the reason.
I really couldn't get past the voice, but it was like, okay. And once I started getting used to you, then I got past it. So it was like, okay.
Y'all are killing us today.
You keep doing what you're doing, man. I love you to pieces, brother. I love all you brothers, man. And if I come back, if the revolution was to ever occur, man, you know, and if I was the only one that could save all of you, I would.
Thank you, brother, man. We appreciate it.
That's why. That's
Always
nice.
count on Spirit.
Oh,
I love his name, Spirit. He's full of spirit. He just didn't like Zoe's voice. Zoe, he didn't get past your voice and all the voice of reason.
I gotta be honest with you.
I hate your voice, Zoe. But he got over it. And he loves the show.
Somebody said the irony.
Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the Voice of Reason, man. We turned up in here. We've had a wonderful show.
Yes, we
And
have.
again, this is not about ego. This is just about, what does this show do for you?
Right.
What do you want it to do for you? If listen, this is why a lot of times I get on YouTube, or no, mainly Instagram. I'll get on IG and do a video, and I'm asking people for topics, because I want to, form the shows around the topics that the listeners want to hear. Right? So it's not I'm going to give you what I think you should have. No, it's, what do you want to hear? What do you want me to cover? What do you want me to put in front of these women? Because just like a lot of times people say, well, there's no place for black men to be able to speak freely and openly the way black men want to speak, period. The same thing is true for women. Listen, some would argue and say, no, we got red table. We got the talk. We got the chew. We got the view. But when I say talk openly, I mean talk how you talk with your girlfriends.
Right.
And then find the flaw in that.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. For men, you find the flaw in how we talk. You say, oh, okay, these niggas use too much profanity. They use the N-word too much. Oh, they sound like they hate women. Like, you can point out things in the way that we talk that you could say, okay, I didn't like that. I didn't care for this. I didn't care for that. All I'm saying is men can do the exact same thing when listening to a table talk.
Right.
And say, look, sisters, if y'all gonna have that real behind closed door talk the way y'all really talk, then y'all gotta hold people accountable.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I believe those people are more influential than we are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if nobody is being held accountable, but y'all keeping it real, something will be off.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like you can't say, I feel like I need some attention, from other men, just so I can be reminded, without a sister saying that's insecurity, huh?
Yeah.
That could be insecurity. Sweetheart, you in a good position, you in a good place.
Right.
You don't really need that. And if you feel like you need that, that could be insecurity, that could be immaturity. Right? Because when you know you got the one you supposed to be with, when you know you got the situation that God has blessed you with that supersedes a billion other people on the planet Earth, why you tripping?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So real people who are having a real discussion can call each other out. If you're not calling each other out, then we just talking just to be talking.
Surface.
We got to stop co-signing on the bullshit that we upchuck as conversation.
That's right.
Yeah.
We got to call each other out. Motherfuckers call me out on all my shit. Call each other out. Fuck it. And when I say that, I mean respectfully.
Right.
With decorum. Hey, Zoe, I got a question. Hey, Zoe, I'd like to talk to you more about A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You in the dig?
Yeah.
Not no bullshit. Well, I love y'all.
Love you too, Zoe.
We're at the end of our show tonight.
We love all of you. Thank you all for listening.
Yes. We appreciate the support. Voice of Reason Talk X.
Mansions is next or this week.
Wednesday.
We'll get it cracking. I'ma holla at y'all. I love y'all. Deuces.
Bye.
Deuces.
There we go.
That was good.
That was awesome.